Hello, everybody. Adelaja here from Kyiv, Ukraine. We are back with the Nigerian mindset, and I'm here with the host and the anchor of the program, Israel Good News Balogun. And the topic that he has put forth today is called DSA, Don't Put Us in the Dark. I don't know what he's talking about, so we've got to go back to him, and he's going to be the one to introduce the program and to tell us what this program today is going to be about. Hello, Mr. Israel Good News Balogun. How are you doing today, sir?
Good evening, DSA, and I'm so happy that I'm having my first program with you over for the past 2 months. You have not been online, and then it's as a result of sudden news that we all come to hear online. I remember that very night when I saw a message that says, "We are free to free the world." And I began to see some funny dance coming from different quarters. Everybody was chatting each other behind the scene. What is happening? Is DSA on his way to Nigeria? Where is DSA? Where did he go to? Everybody. So I went ahead and I made inquiry and I asked people. Then I got to know that DSA is on his way to Brazil. This hit us like, it hit everybody like a shock.
Like a storm bolt, a thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt, because DSA we know does not hide anything. How come we don't know about this? Nobody will have, when? I don't know, but even some people that I think should know, they don't know.
Even people in my house, they didn't know.
To be honest with you, I accused Dr. Anu. I said, you are in Nigeria, you just landed though. And you didn't tell me that DSA is traveling. He said, he himself did not know.
He didn't know.
So I was wondering, I said, what happened? How did it happen? When has it started? And then I said, okay, DSA need to come back and give us report now. Because most of the time, we have to come and tell you how we go about it. So let us ask him, and we know he will be able to explain. So today's program is mainly focusing on how did it happen. DSA should please take time to chronicle the journey, how it started, and how DSA was able to be given the opportunity to travel out. And from then, we also want to understand where we are right now. What is the latest news? Do we agree to say that DSA can now travel, or where are we? But before we get to that, I want us to start from DSA telling us when, how did it happen? So today, I'm welcoming everyone who is online right now to go ahead, invite your friends, invite your family, invite those who are skeptical, invite those who said DSA was cloned and is not the one that traveled. So many people even believe that it was a lie, that DSA cannot leave. Let them come and hear the report from the horse's mouth. And we will also give room for many people who want to ask or who want to congratulate DSA, who want to thank DSA, who want to say whatever they want to say. But you want to also condemn DSA traveling, you can also call in. If you want to call in to say you want to condemn his traveling, you can also call in. But we are going to start by asking DSA today, what was the turning points? Is it that DSA is aware of this traveling that make him to suspend HMT? I begin to think that DSA is aware, so he suspended HMT because of this, or what exactly happened? How did it happen, DSA?
You are like what do you call it? Like a prosecutor. Anyway, first of all, I must start by saying to everybody that is watching and everybody on DSA family and people who are not even on DSA family, but people who know who DSA is and people who have, for a long period of time, who have believed God together with me and who have prayed for me and who have interceded for me, who have been concerned about my situation here. There are a lot of Christians all over the world, even people who are against me right now, and people who think that I have stepped on their toes or on the toes of their fathers in the Lord, on the toes of their ministries, or people who even believe that I have, fallen away from the Lord, and people who believe that I've backslidden or I'm antichrist or I'm agent against the body of Christ. All those people, but in the past, they have prayed for me. They have joined hands together with other Christians to believe God for me and to intercede for me. I want to use this opportunity to thank every one of them because, it was only 2016, 3 years ago, when I started doing live broadcasts. And it was a year after that, which means 2 years ago, when I started talking about pastors and churches in Nigeria. So that was when at what point I became an enemy or an enemy of the church to a lot of them. Before then, they used to think that I am a doyen of the Nigerian church, and I was their star, and I was their pride. And many of them prayed for me when they heard about this situation. I would specifically like to thank Pastor Adeboye, because when he heard about my situation, that I was being accused falsely here, he was one of the people that prayed for me. Pastor Adeboye, Wale Oke, all these people prayed for me. But so some people would think that because of that situation and because of the prayers that people have prayed for me, why on earth will I still talk about their malpractices? And that is ingratitude, and that is not welcome, and that is not called for. You cannot talk about these people because they have prayed for you in the past. But what is at stake is the future of the Nigerian church. And what is at stake is the destiny of the body of Christ in Nigeria. And I was not talking against any individual on personal basis, on personal note. Like I've said, if I meet any one of them, I will prostrate, I will honor them, I will thank them for what they have done. I will still be grateful to them, but that doesn't mean that I will still not talk about the truth of the deception that they have brought to the body of Christ in Nigeria. So individually, I appreciate everybody that have prayed for me, that have interceded for me, that have mobilized support for me. And some people even did more than that. There were, I must say, people like Pastor John Enalema, people like Professor Yemi Oshibajo, people like this. This was before he was VP and before he was nominated to even be in politics. People like Tony Rapu, people like Sam Adeyemi, people like Wale Adefarase, people like, many other people like that who are in Nigeria. They even did more than that at a point. They set up a committee in Nigeria to fight for the vindication of Pastor Sunday. They actually included in that committee Femi Falana, a prominent lawyer, and they actually did a press conference also in Nigeria to say that they would not allow the Ukrainian persecution of Pastor Sunday Adelaja. People like Mrs. or Pastor Yetunde Omolori, and many of them, many of my pastor friends those days in Nigeria, they came together to actually, I think people like Laddie Thompson was there also. A lot of these pastors in Nigeria, I must appreciate all of them and thank them for, and I think we have to tell somebody from my office to cut this side and put it out. I might vote of thanks to Nigerian pastors for all their prayers. A lot of them from all over the world, people are praying for me. And these are not just Nigerian prayers. These are not just Nigerian pastors. For pastors from all over the world, from Europe, from America, from Asia, from Africa, who have heard about my travails in Ukraine and have prayed for me. The reason why I talk about talking about the church in 2016 is because before 2016, the body of Christ in general, all over the world and Nigeria, accepted me and saw my travail as a challenge to the body of Christ, and so they all intervened and contributed or gathered together to pray for me. So it's not that I'm ungrateful. It's just that the task ahead and the challenge of restoring the body of Christ, it overwhelms my personal preference for any individual, and it overwhelms my friendship and my relationship with anyone as well. So, like I said, I'm not an enemy to anyone, and I want to still say a big thank you that God is the rewarder, is the only rewarder, and is going to reward all of you that one time or the other participated in praying for me, interceding for me, and doing something in that sense. And people like Mike Adebiyi from Georgia, Atlanta, he even came here to see me, to pray with me, for a lot of support. And people like Tunde Bakare, he also came here twice to see me, to support me, to pray for me. Yeah, people like Bishop Abraham Olaleye, he was always supporting me, praying for me. He's probably my biggest advocate in Nigeria, and my biggest, my biggest support system. People like Olutayo, Pastor Olutayo in Abuja, and yeah, a lot of people that I cannot even remember to mention, all of them, that actually supported and prayed and did all kind of things to support me. Because between my own travail started 2008, and between that 2008 and 2016, you know, all these people were clamoring around me to give me support and to help me, pray for me. Some of them, a lot of people came here to visit me, to support me. Yeah, I must really appreciate that. People like Pastor Bank from Atlanta as well, but Pastor Bankole, yeah, Pastor Bank, we call him, you know. Yeah, so a lot of people like that. Pastor Sam Adeyemi also in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. And yeah, a lot of friends all over who have been Pastor Sam Oye from also Maryland, and Pastor also Sam Oye, another one, I think, is it Ore or Pastor Ore? I think that's one in Maryland, Pastor Ore. Pastor Oye probably is in Abuja. You know, a lot of people that have really been good and have really shown camaraderie spirit, and yeah, you know, I must appreciate them. So the reason why I'm appreciating everybody right now is not because the lawsuit here in Ukraine is over yet. No, it's not yet over. The court case is still going on, but it's at the verge of it rounding up, finishing. And I think the final dot on that, why I was able to travel, is also probably because, you know, God gave us a new president in Ukraine. Before now, I was seen in this country as a threat, as a national threat. And my name is put in the security threat list of this country as one of the greatest danger to the nation of Ukraine. My issue was raised in the parliament of Ukraine 3 times, and the parliament was debating what to do with me. They thought I was too powerful. Because we were having 30%, at one time, after one election, we were controlling 30% of the parliament of the city of Kyiv, which is the capital of Ukraine. Then the second election, we were controlling 34% of the parliament of Kyiv, Ukraine, of the city. And then we have our own mayor, the governor of the capital, was a member of our church and all that. And we have all this we had over 600 people in the government of Ukraine. We have a whole group of people in the national parliament. So I think I can understand. And even my friends in America are telling me, if a foreigner will come to Washington, D.C., start a church from Nigeria or from any country whatsoever, and that has taken over the country like that, and it's controlling 30% of the council of Washington, D.C., that, of course, FBI and CIA will also deal with the person. There's no way they will not investigate you and put you in trouble, because it's a national security issue. So that is the basics of the trouble that I was having here in Ukraine. But so why are we talking about all this? And what is it that Pastor Mr. Israel Balogun doesn't want me to put you in dark about? It's about how it happened that after 11 years, I was able to travel at last in August this year. So let's see a video, a short video about that event. Then I will come back and let you know about the story and about how it happened. I think we have the video somewhere there. We are free to free the world.
Hallelujah. Wow, 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 wow. Wow! Woo! Yes, 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 yes. It is Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Yes, 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 yes. Wow, 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 wow. It is great time. Cut news. Dr. Sunday Adelaja visit to Brazil. Wow, 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 wow. It is miracle day. Wow, 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 wow.
Hello everybody, Sunday Adelaja here. I just landed in Rio de Janeiro. You know, the first time in 11 years. First time in 11 years. I'm coming out of the country. And yeah, we've been flying for the past 24 hours. And well, here we are. The yoke is broken. Yes. And we have been set free. We are free to free the world. And you know, of course, been riding for all these hours, a little bit tired, but thank you so much. I don't know what the plan is, I don't know what the program is, but we will let you know. We will let you know. Thank you so much. Let me introduce you to my friend, Sergio. This is Mr. Sergio who did all the miracles. And Dr. Kalasai.
This is a miracle.
This is a miracle.
Yeah.
You people can't believe what the miracle is. It's a different story. We have to tell the story. Yeah. So, where is Brazilian flag?
But
No
now
flags.
this leg is your leg.
I'm there. We're ready. We are ready.
Now it's in one move and there is captain another move now.
Yes,
There
yes.
you see
No
the
Nigerian
of all of
flag.
this.
Yes, in Jesus' name. So, thank you so much.
On news, Dr. Sunday Adelaja visit to Brazil. Yes, yes, yes. Go. It is wonderful day. It is wonderful time.
That is the message I wrote when I just stepped out borders of Ukraine into the plane. That is the message I wrote to some of my friends, and I thought it was just going to be confidential. That's because I didn't want anybody to know, but it had gone viral before I could realize it, and that's why we, you know. And then my team had gone to Brazil ahead of me, and that's so to continue my story. How did it happen? First of all, I said the factor in the fact that this happened is also because we got a new president who was not political, who is not a is not a typical professional politician. He was a comedian actually, and he was elected. And I didn't know him. I've never met him. He's not. We've never worked with him. He was never in politics, so we didn't know him. He was like a dark horse. And the guy won, and he won in a land scale manner. So this guy, who is the new president of Ukraine, he is not interested so much in manipulating or seeing me as a national security threat. And not just me, he just removed his hand from politics. He just stopped manipulating people. He said, let the law take its course. So when the judges, I saw that this new government, they are not, because before, there were people from the administration of the president and from government always putting pressure on the judges for them to hold my case. But now nobody was pressurizing them, and that is one of the main factors as well. But besides that, the real reason why I left and why Brazil is because there was this team, this group, this organization is actually like businessmen's organization. Like it's a big, I think it's the biggest Christian business organization in the world, because they have branches in almost 100 countries, 97 countries. And they have over 1,500 branches only in Brazil alone. They have been able to produce 5,000 pastors. And I think they have about 500,000 members also. The president of Brazil got saved in this business meeting. And so it's a big business meeting. I mean, the millionaires, billionaires, who are the top business people in Brazil, who are members, and they're all Christians. So one time, somebody gave the president and his wife my book. And the book is church-shaped. The person who gave them the book is called Bill Winston. Maybe some of you will know Bill Winston. And yesterday, a video was doshna Bill, no, gdeya priglašal людей, gdeya priglašal людей раньше, я снимал его, он должен там быть в папке Бразилии. Если это есть, можно тоже скачать. So this Bill Winston is a popular preacher. I think most people will know Bill Winston in Chicago. He's a friend of mine. And 11 years ago, I went to his church, to Bill Winston's church, and I preached. Bill Winston is the most hungry person I've met for kingdom message, because he knew Miles Monroe, but it was not close to him. But it was, I mean, I had the impression that he was hearing the kingdom message from me for the first time. Because when I was preaching, he was sitting in the first row. Sunday Adelaja. And the way he was the way he was taking notes, the way he was playing, he was taking notes. I was speaking for 3 hours. And this man, Bill Winston, never raised his head. He was always taking notes. It was a pastors' meeting that I organized for all the pastors of Chicago. But it was being hosted in his church, and he was hosting it. So after that, he invited me to come and speak for his annual conference. He has an annual conference that he does in Chicago. So that was for the next year, 2009. And I couldn't make it. So I wrote to him that, no, I'm in problem here. I cannot leave Ukraine. So that was when he was looking for who else could they invite. And then somebody recommended that he will invite Bishop David Oyedepo. They recommended to him that, he has, message too. So that was when he started inviting, So it was in my place that Bishop Oyedepo was speaking in that church. And that church, David Oyedepo has gone there to speak a few times. But I have not been able to go. In all those 11 years, I was out. So despite the fact that it was 11 years ago, that man, he has a private jet of his own, so he travels on a jet and preaching. He was preaching in, I think, Florida or Brazil or somewhere, where the president of this world business organization was there with his wife. The man doesn't speak English, he speaks Portuguese, but the wife speaks English. So they went to greet Bill Winston, or maybe they knew each other somehow. Then Bill Winston said, Možda iwo igra tolika bez zvuka, što bi na fone pa kad ja govorim i ja i ano, i video i imeja. So Bill Winston told those people, do you know Sunday Adelaja? Because those people told about what they are doing, they are using the business world, they are conquering the business sphere of life. And he said, do you know Sunday Adelaja? He said, that man, you need to get him. So those people said, no, we never heard about him. So Bill Winston said, I have his books in my plane and in my hotel rooms. So this guy was traveling all over the world with my books in his plane and in his hotel room. He carries my book with him. So he told them, go, I will come back the next day to minister and I will bring one of his books to you. So he gave those people my book. And those people read my book and said, this man, we must have him. Because they used to have Miles Monroe before he died. After Miles Monroe, they were looking for who they could have to speak to them about the kingdom and their conferences. So those people started looking for me. So they wrote me a letter from Brazil and said, we're a business organization, we're so big, we're in 90-something countries, and we need you to come to be with us in Adonep in Brazil. I said, I just didn't reply the letter. I just didn't reply. Then they wrote me another letter, but in Russian language. I don't know. They put it in Russian language. Maybe they thought I didn't understand English or what. They wrote the second one in Russian language, and I didn't reply as well. I also didn't reply the message. So I just say, because I know it's not possible for me to travel. I didn't want to travel until I clear my name in this country, because I wanted the court to vindicate me. I wanted the court to vindicate me, to declare me innocent before I travel. I wanted to clear my name before, because good name is better than gold and silver. So I was not interested in traveling. Then these people just say, okay, we are sending we have been writing you, we are not getting reply. We are sending our representative to you. We want to send somebody, our international director, to come and see you. I said, these people are too serious. So I told my wife, what are these people? What do they want from me? They said, we must come to Brazil. I said, I cannot travel now. So that was when I now decided to reply them. So I replied them and I said, I'm not coming because I cannot come because I have a lawsuit. I can't make it. They said, no, we will still send our international representative. Let our international director come. So the international director came and started saying, we are going to pray. Because I told him it's not possible. He said, let's pray. We are going to pray. Don't worry. We in Brazil, we like to pray. So we are going to pray about it. And we are going to do everything necessary. If necessary, we will connect our own president. And we are going to see what we could do. So they started working. They started writing letters, and from their government, from there, everywhere, So we took the letters to the Ukrainian government, and so, but I was not sure. The reason why I was not talking, you said Pastor Sunday always talks about everything, but I was not talking because I was not sure that this was going to work out, because there was a time I was invited to go to Nigeria during this time of my embargo, in 2015, after President Buhari was elected. I was invited to come to attend the presidential inauguration. But I didn't go because I wanted to go. I got the permission from the court, but when I got to the border, my name was in the computer that I couldn't go. So I had to go back home. And so because of that, I didn't want to try anymore. So this time, I was not sure, maybe my name would still be, you see, these people can play politics on you. On one hand, they told my government that, okay, we are letting him go. They gave me a letter, but they didn't remove my name from the computer. So, they are playing games. But I know that I was not sure that this government would not do the same thing. So that's why I couldn't talk about it, because I was not sure. I couldn't talk about it because what about if I talk about it and it doesn't work out? So, I was just saying we will see. When I cross the border of Ukraine, that's when we will see if this thing is real or not. But these people from their own side, Brazilians, they did everything they could. So, that is if it's okay, apart from them sending international representative. So after I told that one that I will still not come because of this, the president of the Adonep and the wife flew in also 3 months later. So they flew in here about 3 or 4 times just to see what they could do to resolve everything. So after the government had given me the permission to travel, because they said I was not a threat, and because they all know that the court case is a cooked up kangaroo court. Then our members of the church of our church members began to also, see what they could do. So to cut the long story short, before I wanted to just go to Brazil alone. Is the voice okay? Are you okay? Before, I wanted to just go to Brazil because they were inviting me. But later on, our members, our politicians in our church and the members of our church also started, looking into the situation to see that how, that the truth must prevail and that the law must have its something. Because I was not convicted. I've not been a part of the company or anything, So to cut the long story short, before I left for Brazil, I got the total clearance from Ukraine government that I can travel to anywhere and at any time. The only thing is that I must be coming for the lawsuit, for the court cases. So right now, I can travel at any time. So what I did is I came back from Brazil and I traveled again. And I just came back last week, Tuesday or Wednesday, to Ukraine again, to Kyiv. So I've been traveling. I've been traveling since August, for 2 months now. And I can travel anywhere at any time. But people are saying it's time to come to Nigeria. Come. No, it's not yet time to come to Nigeria. First of all, I will only come to Nigeria after the whole lawsuit is totally closed, finished. Secondly, there are other things that I need to put in place. I need to put a lot of things in order before I come to Nigeria. Nigeria's time will come. I will know it in my heart and in my spirit when it's time to come to Nigeria. Right now, I'm busy making enemies in Nigeria. I hope I answer your question, Mr. Israel Good News Balogun. Hello? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
I said I hope I answer your question.
Of course, you have shed a light to the issue, and then everyone can now understand and know how it all started. But that as it may, we will not let you go that easy. We still need to know more. I caught you on camera. When I say I caught you on camera, I caught you with a statement I least expect from you. Being in another man's country, and you are demanding for Nigeria flag. The day I saw that statement, I said, this man is obsessed with his calling. I saw something honest. The first day that this is not the time I heard it. I heard it the first time. And I posted online, I said, why would a man demanding for Nigeria flag in another man's country, not Nigeria? He's not there to represent Nigeria. He's not there to talk on behalf of Nigeria. He's not there to... Nigeria are not the one that invited him. He has no business there with Nigeria. But the first thing that came out of your mouth is, where is Nigeria flag? DSA, something has taken over you. And I come to see, from that day, I come to see what it means to be obsessed with your calling. I saw a man that something has taken over, that he has nothing else in his head. I think you should be thinking about Brazil.
That is why while I was in Brazil, after Brazil, I wrote that book. Where is the book? Obsession. Forget about passion. Obsession. Go ahead.
I was thinking this man should be thinking about Brazil. He should be concerned about the present situation on ground, the opportunity that Brazilians gave to him to leave the country for the past 11 years he has been there. He did not remember to ask for their flag. They say you did not ask for Brazil flag. You didn't. You asked, he said, where is Nigerian flag? I was taken aback. I said, I forgot to screenshot my post on that very day. I would have gone back and looked for it. I wrote something and somebody said, show me where he said that. I said, the man said it. But why did I bring this issue up? Your traveling is not even what matters to you. Your assignment became what is ravaging your heart, because whatever occupies the man's heart, either consciously or unconsciously, It is what proceeds out of his mouth. At that point, I really wanted to talk about this DSA. The greatest joy in your heart really is not that you are able to travel. The greatest joy in your heart is that you are getting close to fulfill the assignment God has given you over Nigeria. That is what I deduct from that statement. And I don't know if there's any way you confirm this or deny this.
Yes, I will confirm it. And you see the book I wrote after my liberation, The Obsession. You see, I said, forget about passion. Obsession is supreme. And that's my life. I'm an obsessed man. And it's not just about Nigeria, but about my calling, about my assignment, and about what I need to do. I'm going to show you, I'm going to ask you to see if you cannot see the proof and evidence of my obsession with Nigeria. How many Nigerians have you seen that have come on television to challenge Nigeria and say that big manism is what is killing Nigeria? How many Nigerians have you seen to come out and name the name of top, richest, most powerful businessmen and politicians? I released a video today when I just, with the names of all the biggest people in Nigeria. I don't care. How many people are ready to risk their lives like that? I don't know if you know. Is that not evidence about how my obsession with Nigeria is? You now answer me.
No, DSA, you are just trying to link my next program because I already have a topic for that program. I call the title This is not boldness. What is the secret? Because when I saw the video today, I was like, who does this? When I saw that topic, I was thinking, okay, it's a suspect. You want to put on your suspect. I think one of the things he's going to be saying there is corruption is the one killing Nigeria, poverty is the one killing Nigerians, lack of health is the one killing Nigerians, religion by Godfrey is the one killing Nigerians, political killing. I was the least thing I can imagine in my life.
But I mentioned it. I said the names. These are the names of those killing Nigeria now.
This is how journalists wrote their headings so that we can read it. So when you say these are the names, I said DSA is going to be mentioning corruption is the one killing Nigeria and this and that. But when I see the video and I heard you calling names, this can't be boldness now. This can't be boldness. Because it takes a man who's on the mission to suicide to touch those people he just touched. It takes a man who have said, Death, I am willing to welcome you anytime for the sake of what God has sent me to do, to come online, not write. If you have written the article, they will say, somebody cook it up, it's not the one. They just use his name. But to come face to face, stand before camera and you are mentioning such a name, that can be boldness. That must be a man who is either, and somebody comment on my word said, DSA is operating from above. That get to me as well. But today I am confirming the fact that you're traveling to Brazil is a testimony and is a relief to so many of us.
So we will talk. So next Monday we are going to be talking about those killing Nigeria.
Yes, I'm talking about series of videos you have released in terms of big manism. The one you have done, that 3 videos I've selected. I'm going to call a topic out of them, and we are going to be talking about those videos, and we are going to be playing those videos. Particularly the one you released today.
Actually, what I would suggest is that we even use our time on Saturday, maybe, or maybe no. We have to think, because we have to meet with you, maybe not just on Monday, but we have to find another day to stay, so that we can be able to succeed in doing all those things.
Okay, sir. So, DSA, thank God for the Brazil that God used to open doors. And I want to say, can you tell us the topic of the book the president read?
Oh, yeah, the book is Church Shift.
What fascinates the woman from the book?
Church Shift.
Yes. What did you see in that book that's so special that make them come after you that way?
Yeah, because they saw how one man and one church can influence a nation.
Oh.
And that's what they want to do. Because they are not just one man, but they have a big organization. They want to be able to influence Brazil. And they want Brazil to be able to bow before the king and be able to be transformed. But the people don't know how to do it, you see. People know that the kingdom of God is supposed to rule over nations, but they don't know the ABCs. But when they read that book, they said, it's clear that this man knows what he's doing. And he has done it, and with his evidence and with the testimonies, and it's very clear that this man knows what he's talking about. So, and that's why when I went there in Brazil, I was able to penetrate and be introduced to, from the president of the country, to the senators of the country, to the serving government ministers, to the governors. You know, I was able to have penetration from the top of the country to the bottom.
Wow. Wow. What, bravo. Wonderful. Though you are invited to see a ball, to see them playing, but that invitation you cannot deny because you just want to go to just, these are my guests. I mean, these are my hosts. They want me to come and they come and see them playing.
Yeah, because I saw that soccer and football is part of their culture, and they are very obsessed by football. And so for them, it's a way of socialization. It's not even for the game. When we are sitting in the stadium, we are discussing a lot of things. So because there is a place in the stadium they call VIP zone, where the government, the president, the governors, and the senators, you know, all in that VIP zone, everybody who in the country is there. So it is more for that. It's like going to a restaurant, not just to eat, but to discuss and to socialize.
So, DSA, I know when you are sitting down there and I saw you, I was telling somebody, I said, DSA is converting that moment to something, and I don't know what is cooking from there. What did you cook from that place? Because I know that place, you must have bring something out of it. DSA, can you gist us? What exactly you cook? What were you able to bring out of that moment of seeing that football?
When I was in the stadium?
Yes, sir.
Oh, when I was in the stadium, I was mainly, like I just told you, I was building networks, and I was converting and thinking of how I can bring everything that I'm seeing. You know, my own picture was that I must try my best to make Nigeria at least to the level of Brazil before I die. I saw a country that that Nigeria must be like. I saw a country that Nigeria must be at least on that level. Right now, Brazil is number 8 most developed country in the world. So Brazil is already in the top 10 most developed countries in the world. Brazil has one of the largest number of billionaires and millionaires in the world. Brazil right now, okay, for example, you know Manhattan, you know New York. What is New York and Manhattan famous for? Do you know? Manhattan and New York is famous for skyscrapers. Skyscrapers, you know, the tall buildings. What do you call them? Skyscrapers.
Yeah,
right?
skyscrapers.
Yeah, skyscrapers. So these skyscrapers and the scrapers, these are the big, tall buildings, 40-story buildings, 50, 60-story buildings and all that. So before, in this world, New York used to be number 1 country America used to be number 1 country in the world with the largest number of skyscrapers. And it used to be, that used to be New York and Manhattan. New York has 15,000 of those skyscrapers. Can you imagine? 15,000 of them. But if you go to Brazil today, you will see a country that has overtaken New York and overtaken Manhattan. If you go to Sao Paulo alone, if New York is having 15,000, Sao Paulo is having 60,000 skyscrapers. 60. And there are other cities in Brazil that are having 15,000, 20,000, 30,000 skyscrapers. It is unbelievable the kind of development that is going on in Brazil. Brazil is the most hidden secret of our world. Because before I went to Brazil, I was thinking of negative, the poor people, the favela, the people who cannot, who are the discrimination against black people, poverty. Until I got there, I discovered that that is one of the most blessed country in the world. And I saw a lot of things that I will reproduce in Nigeria. And I've already made contacts, and I'm making contacts, and I'm establishing relationship between some of the biggest business interests over there about bringing them to Nigeria. For example, Brazil has the biggest company that produces transportation bus, luxurious bus, they call them in Nigeria, luxurious buses. Even the ones, the RBT, is it what do you call that transportation in Lagos? RBT?
Do you mean in Lagos?
Yes.
Something.
There is a government bus something.
Yes, I forgot. BRT.
That BRT, is from Brazil.
Oh.
The idea is from Brazil, and the buses are from Brazil too. They are the #1 producer of buses in the world, and then of jets, of different things they do in that country. And I have a dream of bringing 30,000 industries to Nigeria by the grace of God.
Wow, that is great.
And I'm already building the relationship.
Wow. One other thing we saw through that traveling was you are deliberate about teaching people how to live. You are doing some things people will think maybe it's overexcited that's making you to behave that way. But I will sit down and look, say, okay, what is this man trying to do? Because if you are looking up to somebody, I'm not looking at you as somebody, I'm looking at somebody that I am learning from. So whatever move you make, I want to understand, why is he doing this? Is it that he doesn't have job that is showing himself and coming online to show what he's doing? But I discover that you are purposeful in doing everything, and the thing you want us to see, because here we are, nobody knows you are traveling. We did not even know you have traveled after the travel. It's the one you allow us to know that we know. So I just said, okay, what is he doing? I saw you showing us what it means to honoring women. People at your level, they don't carry bags. They don't put cards. They don't come out from the embassy, from the airplane, and the wife will be coming behind them, and they will be the one pushing it. When you have your staff waiting for you, you are the one pushing cards from that place. And when you go to to go do shopping, you carry the whole bags. Yes, I know what you are teaching. I have learned something from that. But it will be better for you to tell us, what are you trying to teach us from that attitude?
Well, when I was coming from the airport, and I packed the bags and I was pushing the cart, and my wife was following empty-handed, I was never even thinking about any other person. I didn't even know anybody noticed that. I didn't even know anybody would see that. I didn't even know somebody was waiting with camera. I didn't know that was going to happen. This is just the way I live in my house every day. Everybody that lives here in Ukraine will tell you that's the way I live my life every day. There is no way a woman will be around me and she will be carrying stuff. Not talk less of my wife. Talk less of my wife. My wife doesn't even, in her widest imagination, she would not even think about carrying a bag or using cart when I'm there. It's one thing if we have assistance, yes, if we have assistance there, they could help sometimes, but Even the assistants, I have to help the assistants. Even if the person is not my wife, I still have to carry the bag. I still have to help the person. So this is just what it means to be a man. And those people who have listened to my series on family, they will know that that's my value system. That's what I believe in. And one time I did a message on why I don't drive and why my wife doesn't cook. And that message, I think, communicates my values and what I believe in. But some people don't take it serious. Some people are even accusing me or attacking me because I preach that. I said, okay, if you want to, make you receive them. If you don't want to, make you no receive. If you want, learn. If you don't want, don't learn. I have already learned some things in life, and I'm living by those principles. So, but then when we went to shop, but I was shopping, only women were around me when we were shopping. Only I and the other man. The other man had his telephone, and he was talking all the time on phone. He didn't even notice that all the women were carrying bags. Well, that's his own, that's where he is. That is his own, he doesn't know better. People don't know better. But since I know better, and I'm the only one who has that understanding, I have to go and collect the bags of all the women that were doing shopping, and I have to be the one to carry the bags. It was when I was carrying the bags that one of them, who is a Nigerian, my wife, that she is no more even surprised at that. She knows that normal. And then, but there was a woman with me there, Mrs. Toyin, from our DSA family member, who was with me, and she was the one who was saying, Pastor Sunday, why is Pastor Sunday carrying this? She was telling the other man, go and carry the thing. Now, why should Pastor Sunday be carrying it? Pastor Sunday carrying, Geo carrying. So that was when the guy now decided to take the pictures and the video that, okay, maybe this will be a lesson for some people. And then, but I was already carrying it even before the camera came on. I was already doing that, not even the first day, for every day. That's what I do. Some people come to my house here, and they are surprised that I serve them food, or after they finish eating, I clear the table myself. Even members of my church. I wonder why they are surprised, but they shouldn't be surprised, because my own belief is that we are first human before we are pastors, GOs, and all whatnot. We should first of all be human beings. So that's why I wrote that book, The Law of Difference. We are first of all human beings before I became somebody. So you must remain human in all things. So I try to remain human in all things. And I try to remain a gentleman in all things as well.
Wow. This is wonderful. And I hope everyone listening to this are learning from this. And then I also hope that those who listening to this are also getting to know how DSA was able to travel from Ukraine to Brazil, and how he is now given opportunity to travel to any country of his choice.
Please, before you continue, let me make an announcement. Since you say you want people to call, that anybody who wants to call into the program should go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. That's the way we normally do it, Move Agents. And when you get to Move Agents, write an SMS or a text message to us and say you are ready to, that you want to talk, that you want to call. So when you write to us that you want to call, we will write you back. So it's Move Agents in Facebook Messenger. Just tell us that you want to call, and we will write you and we will call you back. Well, this is one of my books that I just released while I was not around. It's called The Supremacy and Preeminence of Truth. The Supremacy and Preeminence of Truth. So if you have not gotten that book yet, go look for it. And then the other one, of course, is Forget About Passion. This is another book. This is the one I'm releasing next week. I'm releasing this book next week. This Friday I will release it. It's called The Value-Driven Nation. This is to commemorate the independence of Nigeria, but not for today. So remove this one. Remove this book. This is my birthday gift for my nation, for Nigeria, for independence. But anyway, this is the second book. Forget About Passion. Obsession is Supreme. So these two books are the ones I wrote when I was not around, and so I want to recommend you people to get it. To get the book, you can get it on Amazon, or the electronic version on okadabook.com, Or you could get it in Nigeria, physical book, by going to dsabooksplanet.com. dsabooksplanet.com. Or you could write to my office here, write into dsabooks@gmail.com. All right. So meanwhile, let's go back to Mr. Israel. Hello, Mr. Israel.
Yes, sir. I may be asking this question on behalf of Nigerians who are of opinion that DSA is now free to travel. Why is Nigeria
not
now
fully what?
It's now free to travel.
Yes.
Why is Nigeria not the first on his list? Is he a coward? Does it mean what he intended to do in Nigeria, he was just making mouths? Because now he can travel. Why is he not rushing down to Nigeria to come and be doing something and let people know I'm around now and go back, come back and go on? What is stopping you, DSA?
Only fools run to the battleground. For me, Nigeria is not an ordinary place that somebody goes to like everybody else is talking about. For me, going to Nigeria is going to the battleground. For me, going to Nigeria is going to die. I must be ready for that. Jesus said, if anybody wants to go to war, he must first of all sit and calculate his resources. If all his resources are in order, otherwise he will be defeated. He will not be able to go against the enemies that are over there. So I know that there are forces and enemies that are over there waiting for me and to destroy me. So I must be ready to fight this war and to win it. So I will know. When I'm through, everybody will know. And so I'm taking my time. If it is because of cowardice or cowardness, you know, a coward doesn't do what I do. A coward will not come forward and name the name of all the big guys. And this is just the beginning. A coward will not start and name the name of all the GOs and then all the politicians. Everybody is against. I'm making enemies in every area, every quarter. With politicians, with pastors, with GOs, with businessmen, with popular people, with all of them. So after making those kind of enemies, I must I must do my own work well before I come.
Yes, you just, I am just short of word for one statement. For one statement. For me, going to Nigeria is like going to battlefield. It's like going to die. Who dare this? Who? I don't know. Everyone pray against death here. Somebody is saying, I know death is waiting for me. And where death is waiting for me is where I must go. But if I will die, let me die as an hero.
But I think we still have a lot of callers. Let's see who are the people who is going to get through today. Like I said, for those of you who want to call, go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents, and drop us a line that you want to call. Then this is my latest book, The Supremacy and Preeminence of Truth. If you don't have it yet, it's going to change your life, believe me. And the other book as well, Forget About Passion. Obsession is Supreme. All those two books, they will be mind-blowing, life-changing, life-transforming for you guys. I think we have a caller, right? Hello?
Say.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Is that Mabel?
Yes, sir, I am.
You are the first one tonight. Nice to hear your voice, my sister.
Oh, my goodness. DSA. Do you now know that you make me challenge anybody anyhow? Oh, my goodness. After Bobrisky's issue, do you know that there's this thing that's doing on Facebook that there's this hotel in Imo State. Each time they will kill a lady with a white handkerchief. Do you know I told them, give me the name of the hotel. You they say you will not believe this. I said, give me the name. They will be closed down. And do you know why I'm saying that? Because I know I'll pass it here and you will take care of it.
Yes.
To the glory of God.
Yes.
DSA, you dare call my senator that we celebrate? You are too much, DSA. You are too much.
You mean you have watched the video today?
Oh yes, I did. Anything I miss, if I'm sleeping and I miss anything, that's where I go first. After watching that video, I've sent it to all my friends. I say, listen, you my Biafran people, listen. You think it's question of getting your own government? It's not government issue, it's mindset issue.
Yes.
Look at my senator, and we're celebrating him. PSA, you are just too much. I don't even. Oh,
you know what they do?
goodness.
They steal money from you, and then use that same money to buy votes and become senators.
Do you know? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, and buy themselves immunity.
Now they don't jam rock.
Truth
don't jam rock.
Truth don't come out for road.
Hey, the lid don't come off. The lid is off. By Bro Benny, the lid is off. Yeah. You've been shouting the D here. Now the lid is off. Oh my goodness. They said TB Joshua gave 100,000 to the returnees. I went right back and said, thank God they are getting from the tithes you've been collecting these years.
Yes.
Do you know some people were attacking me and saying, how can't you be grateful? I said, be grateful for money he collected from the poor people.
Yes.
And he's giving to these people. And you're telling me to be grateful? Why can't our people think?
People don't realize that it is their own money.
Oh, now if I knew of all people, that is just the senator of my state is owing. I'm even richer than them, DSA. Yes. I am even richer than them.
That is how Nigerian rich people are living, though. They are fraudsters.
Thank you for daring them.
The reason those people in FBI list, the reason they were arrested is because it's not in Nigeria. In Nigeria now, they are big men. In Nigeria, they are being celebrated. The reason the guy was arrested is because one of them extended his fraud practices to America. And they started going to do the same thing in America. But in Nigeria, they are heroes. Oh. Hello?
Yes, sir, you must call all of them if you know them, please. Oh. You must call all of them. Let me know who is richer than me and who I'm richer than.
You know,
we must call all of them.
Maybe I read a comment today on YouTube. The person had written and said, "I'm waiting for this list. Oh, I'm waiting. I can't wait." It's a DSA family person. So when the list came out, she said, "Oh well, my uncle is there. This is my uncle now." And he said, I just spoke to him yesterday. I didn't know he's the one killing Nigeria. My uncle is one of them. Oh.
And we're celebrating them.
We are celebrating them.
Trust Nigerians. We know how to bow to them. We know how to bow to them. Let Adeboye come now and share money to the returnees. I will be clapping for him. For what?
No.
He's not done anything. They've absolutely nothing. But those ones, they are not. Enenche is busy dancing David dance. When I'm even better than David, I don't even know whether they know what Christ did for them. I'm not even sure they know what. When he was dancing that David dance, I'm like, look at this one, dancing David dance. When I'm a little bit lower than the angels.
Yeah.
And you are dancing David dance here, and you now preach to me that you're the pastor. Yes, you are giving me so much confidence. I thank God for you. I thank God for you. If nobody is calling, I'm going to be calling as long as this move agent is free. I will be, whether they like, they don't like, let them don't come. DSA, I doff my cap for you. Say, look at Bosse. That DSA is carrying bag. She is not even in her mind that she should carry the bag.
No.
Go, baby. Go, my queen. Go, my queen. Go, my queen. You deserve it. DSA.
Thank you so much, baby.
Keep on
spreading that video. That video, every Nigerian needs to know about the video.
As long as Facebook allow me, it's on. I can even share it more than 10 times, as long as they allow me to do that. DSA, please. This God you are serving, I remain with him. I remain with this God you are serving. He is giving me so much confidence. Israel Balogun, keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up, Israel. You are on the good track.
Yeah.
Raphael, come back. Raphael, come back. Raphael, come back. You are missing a lot. You don't allow pride to rob you of this, Raphael. I would love to have you in this team because this is the team to reckon with. Dear say, my beloved mentor and brother, I love you so much. Thank you so very much for saying God sent me. Thank you so much, DSA. I am so grateful. I appreciate you from the bottom of my life, my heart. DSA family, this is the only family I know. Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much, DSA.
Thank you, Mabel. Thank you so very much. Well, Israel is gone, and that will be it for today. I want to remind you, the supremacy and preeminence of truth, and the second book, Forget About Passion, Obsession is Supreme. That will be it probably for today. Our time is up because Israel is gone. So I hope I answered the questions today. If you want to get the books, you can get them on Amazon, or you can get them on DSA Books Planet, or you can write to our office.com, or you can write to our office here, dsasbooks@gmail.com. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. Peace.